The 2006 MTV Music Awards granted to the Pussycat Dolls the Best Dance Video. They danced to Snoop Dogg's tune and sang it themselves. I watched it and I said, wow, what a shallow performance. It was slick. They worked hard at it. No one can imagine the amount of money, the time and effort that goes into a video. Like the ones the Snoop Dogg and the Pussycat Dolls put together. The long hours, the endless repetitions, the fights with engineers and directors, the bickering back and forth between the dancers, the injuries that take place, the endless stretching, all to make a performance seem effortless. But the gyrations, the hip swaying, the scanty clothes are repeated all day long on MTV, month in and month out. What was there new in it? Well, they threw a few steps in from Mid-Eastern dance with a few Mid-Eastern twists and turns to their bodies. There was one aerial shot reminiscent of the Rockettes of the 1950s when they would appear on TV. But by and large, there was nothing distinguishing that video other than a lot of money and a lot of hard work. Unfortunately, the dance nor the song told any story, made any sense. Dance should tell a story. And dance should speak to us. And the lyrics of a song should address human emotion and human need. And if the two go together, you've got something special. When the lyrics make no sense, the dance moves are just demonstrations of human flexibility and endurance. In the Society of St. Paul, we pray for artists, for singers, for dancers, for people that work in the media, for the writers, the choreographers. We pray that they'll use their talents to uplift the human spirit. This particular performance didn't do that. So you're saying, oh, Father, you're just an old fogey. Well, yes, I confess to that. Mea culpa, I am an old fogey. But much to MTV's chagrin, the young fogies are turning away from MTV in great numbers. Their ratings amongst teenagers are dropping every year. Teenagers would rather be online, watching video there, at Veo or YouTube or Blip TV or Google Video, picking and choosing what they want to see, and feeling they're a part of it because they could then make comments on what they see, whether they agree or don't agree. I know when I'm on the internet and videos like this, I get a lot of feedback, some of which I wouldn't want. But it's all part of the process. So teenagers are turning away from MTV. Now, in MTV's defense, they did say that their Overdrive video site really did have extra views that week during the show and after it. But by and large, they are repetitive and boring, and the youngsters aren't going there anymore, the young fogies. A number of years ago, there was a documentary, The Making of Cool, and they focused in on MTV. They realized even then they were losing the cool kids. And so what did they do? They went to their target market. Their target market was a 15 or 16-year-old white boy. They go to his home in New Jersey. They go into his bedroom, close the door, and look around, and they see the posters he had there. Start asking him questions. Then they asked him to show them his clothes. So he'd pull out one outfit after another. And then he said, of course, I keep my good clothes for going to church. There was an embarrassed silence from the MTV crew. They didn't know what to do with that. The logical question was, is spirituality important to you? Do you like going to church? Is it meaningful to you? Do your parents force you? But the topic was too hot for them. So they immediately said, so do you have a girlfriend? Talking about sex and girls was something they were comfortable with. But religion, oh no. Maybe because if the next cool thing, which it seems to be, is for young people to go to church, to worship in a group, to form young people's clubs discussing religion, life, death, sin, salvation, hatred, bigotry, to wrestle with the meaty issues of life. If that's the next cool thing, and millions of kids are finding it pretty cool to do that, then MTV's ratings continue to drop. Now, as an old fogey, I'm involved in media, and I've been on much music TV and much more music TV than 2 MTVs of Canada, just for brief interviews. And I pray for those people, and I pray that they will say, maybe, just maybe, we can leave a little spot for the sacred, the decent, the holy, the numinous on our stations. If they do that, they might find that their ratings might creep up just a little bit, and their own pride in what they're doing might soar quite a bit. May God's blessing be with you, and may you create in your own life a better world for yourselves and all those around you. And dance the way God would have you dance. Sing the way God would have you sing. And your souls and bodies will soar.